And welcome to Central Lyon High School for tonight's Siouxland Conference doubleheader between Georgia Little Rock Mustangs and your Central Lyon Lions. I'm Jeff Cruz. Be on the call for the game tonight as we get set for the final Siouxland Conference regular season game for the girls and the second to last game, Siouxland Conference regular season game for the boys. Let's start by taking a look at some of the pregame stats. George Little Rock comes into tonight's contest with a 4-15 overall record. They are 3-14 in Siouxland Conference action. They average 40.3 points per game, shoot 29% from the field. They average 36.8 rebounds per game, 9.1 assists, and 8.1 steals per game. They also shoot 61% from the free throw line and average 20.1 turnovers per game. Central Lyon, on the other hand, 18-0 overall, 17-0 in conference play. They average 64.4 points per game, shoot 48% from the field. They average 35.1 rebounds, 15.6 assists, and 12.5 steals per game. The Lions shoot 58% from the free throw line, and they average 13.2 turnovers. Earlier today, Coach Grafing and I had the opportunity to sit down and talk about the last three games and tonight's matchup. We will have that interview now. Welcome back to the pregame show. We're being joined now by Central Lyon Girls head coach Heather Grafing. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Great to be here.
All right, Coach, let's start with the game from last Tuesday at home versus Sioux Center. Got the 53-46 win. What did you think about that game?
You know, Sioux Center's a really good team. They're probably the most athletic team that we've played all year. Just all through their starting lineup, but also they're 3-4 deep in their bench. They're just long, athletic kids, and so they give us a huge challenge. One of the things they like to do is they like to shoot from behind the arc, and so that was a big goal of ours defensively. Was we had to get a hand up and make them shoot over something, not just give them those free shots. And I thought we did a pretty good job of that. But yeah, it just comes down to really something we've preached all year is our defense. And I thought defensively we've lost them a couple times, but for a team that is that good, that can play to that caliber, to come out with a win was really awesome.
Yeah, they played, and Sioux Center also a little bit defensively a little different than what we've seen. They played more of a three-quarter court, 1-3-1, sometimes maybe a 1-2-1-1 type of press. And the girls took a little bit, but eventually we got the hang of it.
It's just not something that we see very often. And so, we obviously the night before had practiced that a lot, preparing for that Sioux Center game. But it's way different because, our scout team, as good as they are in practice, they're not that long.
They're not that long, yes.
So, the looks that we wanted were there. It just took us a little bit. That was probably the highest number of turnovers that we've had, especially that first half. But it just took the kids a moment just to kind of get their bearings a little bit. And I told them right after that game that first half, as ugly as it was as far as turnovers, was going to help us down the road if we allowed it to. And so our whole battle cry was, remember the lesson, forget the mistake. And so I feel like if you watched us the next two nights, we definitely learned from that. So I'll say, come out with a W is great, but to see that, to learn from that, and to be better because of it was probably more important.
And you did obviously learn from it. The second half was much better, and that rolled into the first half over at Sibley Cheaton on Friday. Probably the best half of basketball that we've played in quite some time. We end up getting tight towards the end, but a 62-58 victory. So the second win over Sibley Cheaton, who is ranked right behind us in the rankings. What did you think about that one?
They're obviously a very, very talented team. They've got kids there that have a lot of experience and so on. I thought the first half was fantastic. We knew we wanted to come out and just, start throwing punches right away, and I thought the girls did a great job of doing that. We had multiple kids that hit from behind the arc that first half. And we were able to go, into the locker room with a comfortable lead. But one of the things we talked about first thing in the locker room was they're too good not to make a run. You got to give Sibley Cheaton credit. And I knew that they weren't just going to sit that, and take that. They were going to come back at us a little bit. We didn't need to give them quite that much back in the third quarter. But regardless, momentum's a big thing in basketball, and they definitely came out the third quarter. They were ghosting some screens up top, which defensively the way we play is a little bit tough. And so right off the bat, they were able to get a couple looks inside to Brower, and to the girls' credit, they responded to that. I mean, it's easy when you're sitting in my spot or in the stands to say, well, you shouldn't let her in the middle. But when you're out there and you understand the weapons that they have and defensively what your job is at, they really gave us just a little bit of fit there in the third quarter. But to the kids' credit, they stepped it up. They figured it out. They took it away. And then in the fourth quarter, we knew it was going to go down to the wire. And these kids, one compliment I give these kids a lot is they never get rattled. It's hard, again, in practice. It's hard to really simulate that. We work on situations and things, but until you're actually, in that situation, it's tough. And I felt like down the stretch, we kept our composure. One of the things we talk about is we don't want to show a lot of emotion. We just want to stay, just right here the whole time. And I thought they did a great job of finishing, down the stretch, hitting some free throws when we need him to. Dion obviously hit, a big shot. And a lot of people are going to remember, Addie's free throws, Dion's three-pointer. But really what you have to look at is the other side of the floor. And Dion had a huge steal. Riley Weiler had probably 3-4 just key rebounds down the stretch that we really needed. Our defense won that for us, and I'm really proud of the girls. That was a really big win.
Yeah, and that rolled into last night. Sioux Center talking about not getting rattled down double digits almost, I believe.
I
might
think
have
it was
been 9 as a max,
I
but
think it might have been 9.
able to get the 57-55 win in overtime over there last night. The second time in 7 days that we played Sioux Center. How do we play in that game?
First you got to give these kids credit. You and I were just talking about that. The stretch that we just got done with, 4, top ranked teams in the state between 2A and 3A. We've played 4 of them in the last, is it 5
games, yes.
Yeah. So this isn't like, we're playing teams that aren't of great caliber. These are really, really good teams, and the girls are tired. And yeah, they showed up last night. Sioux Center, again, very athletic, very long. They don't want to lose to us twice.
Right.
And I thought that Sioux Center did a good job hitting some shots on us defensively a few times. We lost our assignment a little bit. Offensively, I don't think the whole night we really had very good flow, and that's to Sioux Center's credit because they just don't allow anything with those long arms. And so to the girls' credit, though, they came through. We've talked a lot about how we need more than 1 or 2 people scoring, and Dion has been one that's really stepped up for us lately. But I think we had 3 in double figures last night. And offense, aside, our defense won it for us. In the huddles at the end there, especially when we were down, I think it was 8 or 9, and there was a timeout. And I didn't even have to say it. The girls were like, it's got to start on the other side of the floor. And they got some stops. They hit some shots. We made some free throws down the stretch. And then one thing that was definitely nice at the end there with, I think it was about 4 seconds left, they had it on the sideline. And, that's not a team that shoots the three-pointer that well. We knew we had to. But what was nice is we only had 5 team fouls. And so the girls using that information and understanding the situation that we could put some pressure on without having to put them at the line. That just shows you the maturity, the amount of situations that Afton and Addie and those guys have been in before. They knew how to handle that last 4 seconds, and we were able to. Our defense pulled it out, and we were able to get a W. Yeah,
and again, this team scores, and they do a really good job in the offensive end. But that game last night, I think we were down by 1, I believe. They had the ball, and we get a steal. They don't even get it. They get an empty possession, and we come down. I think actually we got a steal, and then Addie got fouled. Hits two free throws to go up by 1. Then we hold them again and get fouled to get. So at the end of the game, when you really, really needed it, especially against a very good offensive team, it's not like they don't score points. No. The defense is really stepped up and played, and they all played well, all 5 of them out there. But we're approaching the last game of the season, regular season tonight, and that's really, the defense is really what's going to propel you going into the postseason. You got to go back really with this crew. You got to go back 2 years. We lost, I think it was 2 years ago, in tournaments to Emmitsburg. And after that game, almost immediately after that game, we always said we're never going to lose another game because we shot poorly. And it was that was the turning point, I think, with this program was after that, that Emmitsburg game 2 years ago, we just couldn't make anything. Right. But we gave up too much. And I think really for those kids, they remember that. That's kind of been their battle cry, especially for the senior class. And so before every game, we just remind ourselves, offense aside, we got to show up on defense. And they have. And to their credit, that's not me. That's those guys. They just show up every night. They get the job done. And that defense has got to be our foundation moving forward here. And moving forward to tonight, the last regular season of the game of the year, I should say, George Little Rock. What will we see out of the Mustangs tonight?
Last time we played them, they sat in a box one. I'm going to anticipate that's probably happening again. Talking about Sioux Center, Sibley. George Little Rock held Sibley down. They held Sioux Center down when you're looking at offensive averages. And they sit in that zone, and they're just going to make you beat them out of that zone. And we struggled a little bit with that at George Little Rock that first half. So, I'm anxious to see, can we have some more patience? I'm anxious to see if we can execute offensively a little bit better. The big thing after last night is the number one thing is we have to rebound, and that's going to be the first thing I tell them. We didn't have a chance, obviously, to prepare for them because we haven't had practice between Sioux Center and tonight. But that's definitely going to be the first thing that we talk about is we've got to rebound the ball better. And tonight we're going to celebrate our 6 seniors with senior night. And so for their sake, too, I hope we can come out, hope we can play well, and just make this a really fun night for them.
Yeah, like you said, senior night tonight. The 3 seniors that we have that start, obviously giving a lot to the program. Obviously, anytime you have a senior that's been out for 4 years,
Yep.
they contribute in a multitude of ways. So we want to make sure that we thank them tonight. Normally, this is where we talk about the keys to win, but instead of doing that, I just want to say that congratulations. This is the first, no matter what happens tonight, this is the first Siouxland Conference outright title Central Lyon girls basketball has ever won. And in that time, growing up with my
cool.
dad, being a boys coach and a girls coach
Right.
for all those years here at Central Lyon, 2009 was a Siouxland Conference title, but it was shared.
Shared 3. That was a 3-way tie.
Yeah, it was a 3-way tie.
Yep.
1989, 6-on-6 title, that was shared.
Jeez.
And so tonight, regardless if we're 17-1 or 18-0, it doesn't matter because Sibyl Cheaton's got 2 losses.
Yes.
And so we will be the overall champs outright. It's a long time coming. We've had a state championship, a state runner-up, and at least one more tournament appearance
2015, yep.
without winning an outright conference title. So congratulations.
I knew, I talked with Mr. Cruz, too. I didn't realize that was the first time we've ever won it outright. But for these girls, that's so cool.
Yeah.
These seniors, and even last year's seniors. And
Correct.
When you look down the program, I know I'm getting emotional about it, but these kids just deserve this, and they deserve this recognition. And, to go down in Central Lyon's record books, this is a group in future teams, if I could say, hey, this is how you do it, this is how you do it right. These last 2 years, this is how you do it right. And I'm not talking about just basketball. I'm just talking about their attitudes, how they treat each other in the locker room. Everything about these kids, they're just winners, and they're champions no matter what. But to know that they're going to get that recognition to go down first in our record books is I'm just really proud of them. This is theirs. This is them. This isn't coaching. This is 100% those kids.
Well, obviously, we want to finish out 18-0 with the perfect record, so wish you good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And but regardless, congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more of our pregame show after these words from our sponsors.
My grandpa came over here. That's why we're here. Just friendly people. The staff, the whole group. Makes you feel like you're part of a family. And if you know a fireman at all, you need a banker. They have their ups and downs, and so do firemen. And they stay with you as long as you're straightforward and honest with them, and they're honest with us, and they're community-minded.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carry-out and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch.
Welcome back to Rock Rapids as we are getting set for the opening tip-off here of the girls' game. I want to thank Coach Grafing once again for taking some time to join us. Let's take a look at the last 5 games for each of these teams. George Little Rock 1-4 in their last 5. They had a loss at home versus MLC Floyd Valley, really tight one. Coach Gertis talked to him earlier, thought they should have won that one, lost 53-51. Have a win at Sheldon, 50-47. Then a couple Saturdays ago, loss at home versus Central Lyon, 61-33. Loss at home versus Okoboji, and a loss on the road to Rock Valley. Central Lyon, on the other hand, 5-0 in their last 5 games. They have a wins at Sioux Center, at Sibley Cheaton. Those are both tight games. 2-point win at Sioux Center, 4-point win at Sibley Cheaton. Then a win last Monday here at home versus Sioux Center. And a win at home as well versus MLC Floyd Valley. And then a win on the road, a big win, 72-27 at Sheldon. Looking at the series history between these two teams, Central Lyon has won 14 straight games against George Little Rock, including the first game of this season by a 61-33 score. Let's take a look at the Siouxland Conference standings coming into tonight. See Central Lyon out in first place. No matter what happens tonight, they will be your Siouxland Conference outright champions. And George Little Rock sitting at an 8th, 3-14 overall record. Looking at the state rankings, Central Lyon is ranked number 2 in Class 2A, followed behind by Sibley Ocheyedan, who's ranked 3. That is also Class 2A, and Sioux Center is the other ranked team. They are ranked 6th in Class 3A. Let's talk about our key players of the game. First, for George Little Rock, it's going to be the freshman, number 24, Lindsey Haken. Haken averages 12.4 points per game, shoots 36% from the field, averages 11.5 rebounds, 1.9 assists, and 1.8 steals. She's a team leader in scoring and rebounds. For the Lions, your key player is going to be Afton Schlumbum. The senior averages 7.6 points per game, shoots 51% from the field, averages 3.8 rebounds, 6.1 assists, and 2.9 steals. Afton is a team leader in assists and steals, and she is 3rd in scoring. Now let's take a look at your starting lineups. First, for George Little Rock, they go like this. Number 2, Wiley Steenhoven, a sophomore. Number 11, Hadley Madsen, a junior. Number 20, Taryn Odens, a junior. Number 21, Cami Gherkin, a junior. And number 24, Lindsey Haken, a senior. For Central Lyon, they go like this. Number 2, Afton Schlumbum, a senior. Number 10, Addison Klostebor, a senior. Number 22, Dion Jansman, a senior. Number 40, Desta Hugedorn, a junior. And number 44, Riley Weiler, a junior. We're going to take a break for the national anthem. We'll be back.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
DeNoble Austin & Company PC, certified public accountants, offers a variety of services including payroll, auditing, sales tax, financial statement preparation, and of course, income taxes. Whether you're a farmer, small or large business owner, or just require some assistance with your personal finances, DeNoble Austin & Company PC can save you time and peace of mind with the skills you need and the service you expect. Located in Rock Rapids and Laverne.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Seaperda Foltz Insurance and Real Estate in Rock Rapids, Iowa, if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
And we're back here in Rock Rapids as we are set for the opening tip of our girls game. Once again, take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Avera Medical Group, DeNoble Austin & Company PC, the Pepsi Beverage Company, Sanford Health, and Seaperda Foltz Insurance and Real Estate. Haken and Hugedorn will be on the tip. And this one is underway. Lions win the tip. Schlumbum with it out top. Hugedorn down low, now out to Klostebor. Three-point attempt up by Addison Klostebor, off the rim, no good, and Haken down with the rebound. Haken does average a double-double. Pushing one ahead, that is Wiley Steenhoven. Over to Gherkin now. Lions switch on the screen and stolen away. Hagedorn now leads the break, gets it to Afton Schlumbo, and nobody on Schlumbo. She kicks over to Hagedorn. Hagedorn takes the open jump shot, no good. That one's gonna be tipped out of bounds off of the Lions. Lions will set up in their press. Gherkin will bring it up for the Mustangs. Again, the Lions switch the screen. Now they get over to Madsen. Now they're going high-low and steal for Addison Clostebor. And here come the Lions. Over to Jansma now. Afton Schlumbum with it. Stay tuned for our halftime show as Dion Jansma will be our interview. Schlumbum on the drive is going to be fouled. Looks like it will be on Wiley Steenhoven. No, it's going to be on Hadley Madsen. So Madsen's first, team first. Lions get it down to Hagedorn, up and under move, and Madsen was straight up for a moment. But as you can see here on the replay, Hagedorn gets good position. Madsen right there tries to swat at the ball, but she goes straight down on top of the hands of Desta Hagedorn. Hagedorn's first one up and in. Desta shoots 64% from the free throw line. Second on the team in scoring, 15.6 points per game, and leads the team in rebounds at 8.8 rebounds per game does Hagedorn. So Hagedorn makes them both, gives the Lions early 2-0 lead. Wiley Steenhoven, baseline move. Kick over to Odens, no good, and that is rebounded by Aiken, and she gets it up and in. So tied at 2 here. Lions looking to push, and up and in. Gherkin gets it over to Odens. She goes baseline. And no good. Rebound by Clostebor. Lions are content to give up the baseline drive. There's Schlumbum now. Kick over to Jansma. Dion Jansma with a 3. Aikenwau will bring it up for George Little Rock. That one will be blocked by Clostebor, out of bounds. Mustangs will inbound underneath their own basket. Three-point attempt by Haken, no good. Rebound comes down to Clostebor. Schlumbum pushes. Cut off good there by, that was Gherkin, and a little step-through move. Afton Schlumbum gets the roll. I thought for sure that was going to come right back at her, but enough roll, and she gets the 2 points. 9-0 lead now for the Lions. That's Gherkin with it. Ball fake, drives out to Madsen now. That one looks like it's going to stay there, as stolen away briefly by Schlumbum. Floyd will come in, gives Clostebor a quick break. Mustangs inbound to Madsen. Looking for Gherkin in the corner, but stolen away by Schlumbum. Afton trying to gain control, no good, but a blocking foul is called, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. So you see on the replay, good steal there by Afton, and kind of loses control of the ball. Could have been called either way. Lions get the break there, and Schlumbum will go to the line to shoot 2. First one up and in. Into the game now for George Little Rock, number 12, Hannah Anderson, and number 10, Rillian Louie. Schlumbum, just a 56% free throw shooter, knocks them both down. Clostebor back into the game for the Lions, along with Alexis Austin making her first appearance here in the first quarter. Jansma and Weiler will get some rested time here as This is the 4th game in 8 days for the Lions. They'll earn their week off as a break to the postseason. Haken with it. Over to Louie. Now out to Gherkin. That's Anderson with it now. Over to Steenhoven. Again, Steenhoven goes baseline. That one is going to be blocked by Hugedorn. Hugedorn looking for the run out. Nice find. Across the board to Hugedorn. 13-2 now. Central Lyon leads. Good defense leading to an easy run out for the Lions. Steenhoven with it. Over to Louie. Get it down to Haken. Haken, no good. Gets her own rebound. Steenhoven with a shot now, and Wiley Steenhoven. Her first 2 points of the game. Schlumbum looking for pick and roll, but will be foul on Gherkin. Taryn Oden's back into the game for the Mustangs. And Ashlyn Davis getting her first playing time here for Central Lyon. Lions just get it into Davis. Now Foyt with it, looking for the screen. Now they dump down to Klostebor, and she is pushed from behind by Odens. Probably a good foul as Klostebor had really good position. She was going to go in for the easy layup. Nice cut. Kaylee Floyd, too hard. Haken will get things started for Georgia Little Rock. And foul will be called as Anderson goes up with the shots. Foul is on Klostebor. So Hannah Anderson will head to the free throw line. Shoots 45% on the year. First one up and in. And Anderson knocks them both down. So Anderson with 2 points. 13-6 lead for the Lions here. Floyd looking for pick and roll. Hugedorn over to Austin, and there's now Davis. Ashlyn Davis for 3, no good. Rebound by Klostebor. Knocked out of bounds off Louie. And the Lions will maintain possession. Remind you, everyone, drop us a note in the chat where you're watching from. Send me a text. I know there are a lot of people out there watching tonight. Hugedorn fade away, up and in, as Madsen catches her on the arm. Haken back into the game for the Mustangs, and Jansma back off the bench for the Lions. Desta, no good. Rebound down to Anderson. Odens, dribble drive, stolen away by Ashlyn Davis. Davis will lead the break. Slow it up, over to Hugedorn, now back to Austin. Good double, or good give and go there. Desta Hugedorn up. Good defense by Haken, but Hugedorn gets it to go in. Steenhoven with it now. Odens with it. Back over to Steenhoven. Swing pass. That's Anderson in the corner. Baseline. Over to Haken in the middle. Haken loses it as she goes up and scramble for the rebound, and Addison Klostebor comes away. Ashlyn Davis now with the run out. And Ashlyn Davis misses the layup and rebound to, that is Anderson again. So a little sloppy play there by both teams. Results in no points. Anderson with it out top, looking for a screen. Now Odin's with it. Lost it there, but Anderson got it. Now back over to Wiley Steenhoven. Stolen away by the Lions. Jansma has it now. Jansma up and no good. Rebound down to Louie. And a foul will be called on Davis. Schlumbum and Weiler back into the game for the Lions. Under a minute to go here. Lions at the 11-point lead. Steenhoven over to Odins now. Stolen away by Klostebor. Addison Klostebor nails a three. That was a long three-point shot. Shot clock and game clock almost in sync, as now it would be turned off as Lions will take control. So Lions up 20-6 here, and the opportunity to hold for the last shot. So we'll see what they do here. George Lorock face guarding Addison Klostebor. And here we go. Under 10 seconds to go. Weiler with it. Over to Alexis Austin. Back out to Riley Weiler. And Weiler travels. 1.3 seconds left. Gonna have to be basically a catch and shoot. Makes about halfway there. That'll do it for the first quarter. Lions lead 20-6. You're watching Lions basketball here on the CO Broadcast Network.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted, you push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands. Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete.
Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Back here at Central Lyon as we get set for the second quarter. First quarter stats. George Lorock shooting 20% from the field, 2 for 10, 2 for 2 for free throws. Their leading scorer is Wiley Steenhoven with 2. And Hannah Anderson with 2. And Lindsay Haken with 2. Leading rebounder is Haken with 3. Lions are 7 for 13 from the field, 2 of 4 from three-point line. They are led in scoring by Huggenhorn with 10, and Klossbor leads the team in rebounds with 4 for the quarter. Good baseline drive there by Madsen, but unable to finish, and here come the Lions. Cross-court pass, up and no good, but Weiler down at the rebound, and Riley Weiler with a good hustle play. Gets the first 2 points of the second quarter for the Lions. Aiken stops her dribble. Gets it over to Fike. Now Gherkin with it as Nevaeh Fike is into the game for the first time for the Mustangs. That one stolen away for a second. I don't think that Addison Klossbor knew it, but that ball was actually off of Gherkin's foot. She would have let it go. Would have been Central Line ball, but good hustle either way. George Lorock will inbound. Gherkin gets it into Haken. Stolen away again by the Lions. And now stolen back by the Mustangs. Gherkin looking for the run out Up ahead that was Taryn Odens, and the lefty gets her first 2 points of the ball game. Man-to-man defense again here for the George Little Rock as they're just face guarding. Klostebor up, no good. That was Schlumbum. Hugedorn put it back up, no good. And now a foul will be called, and it is going to be on Afton Schlumbum. I believe that is her first. Yes, her first third team foul. George Little Rock is at 16 fouls, so Lions will be shooting the 1-and-1 in the next foul. Gherkin double teamed here. Over to Anderson. Now Fike with it. Poked away by Weiler, and who's going to come away with it? Klostebor finally gets it, hands on it. Schlumbum finds Weiler wide open, and Riley Weiler. That's her second bucket of the quarter. Gherkin over to Odens. Odens, no good. Rebound down to Hugedorn. Desta Hugedorn lead the break here. Over to Jansma. Weiler tried to get it to Hugedorn. Out of bounds, Mustang ball. Kaylee Floyd back into the game for the Lions. Steenhoven, Madsen, and Louie into the game for George Little Rock. This one stolen away for a second. Foul will be called, and that foul is on Louie. Should be seventh foul, so Kaylee Floyd should go to the line and shoot 1-and-1. Remind everyone, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you know when we post videos or start our live broadcasts. And make sure to follow Central Lyon on Facebook and Twitter to keep up on all the latest news. So Floyd heads to the line for a 1-on-1. No good. Steenhoven down with the rebound. Kaylee just a 38% free throw shooter on the year. Well, Steenhoven will start the offense. Full timeout will be called first by Coach Gertis. We'll take it with him. You're watching Lions basketball here on the CO Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here.
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch.
And welcome back to Rock Rapids as Lions lead 24-8 out of the timeout. Next games for both of these teams, George Little Rock will be back in action on Thursday as they go to Galen Catholic for the first round of the regionals. Lions are off until Tuesday, February 14th. They'll face the winner of Boyden Hall and Western Christian. Another steal here for the Lions. This time it's Floyd, and Floyd's going to travel. That is the 11th turnover committed by the Mustangs. Lions with good ball pressure, and they are getting in the passing lanes. Steenhoven. Over to Odens. And Odens travels before she tries to get that pass away. Ball rolled all the way down to the other end of the court. Waiting for that comeback. And here we go. So 4:50 remaining here. Second quarter. Klostebor will start the offense over to Floyd. And give and go, and good screen there by Desta Hugedorn. Steenhoven over to Odens. From behind, that was blocked by Hugedorn. She didn't see it. And that'll be a turnover. Klossborg tried to get to Hugedorn. Hugedorn thought she was trying to get to somebody else. Nobody there. Madsen and Anderson back into the game for the Mustangs. Schlumbum, Davis, and Austin back into the game for Central Lyon. Lions in the zone here. Out to Louis, over to Odin, swung over to Steenhoven. Good ball movement here. And Anderson up, no good. Rebound down to Alexis Austin. Good ball movement there by the Mustangs. And up and in for Schlumbum. A little confusion there on defense. Nobody stopped Afton Schlumbum. Louis with it now. Over to Odins. They hit Anderson at the top of the key. Now Steenhoven goes baseline. Foul will be called. That foul is on Riley Weiler. 2 shots. Steenhoven, for Steenhoven that is. Steenhoven shoots 66% from the free throw line on the season. First one no good. Wiley is second in scoring on the team with 7.7, and she is third on the team in rebounds with 4.7 rebounds per game. Steenhoven goes 1 for 2. Lions with it now. Schlumbum over to Floyd. Now Davis with it. Austin. Now to Schlumbum. Afton Schlumbum. Over to Kaylee Floyd. A lot of movement here, but not much towards the hoop. There they go a little bit for the Lions as Floyd gets it. Now to Austin, over to Davis. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Good. Very good dribble penetration by Schlumbum, and a good move by Austin to get open and go to the rim as looks like Steenhoven might have caught a finger to the face there. Nevaeh Fike into the game for the Mustangs, a freshman. Very, very young team here for George Little Rock. No seniors on the roster. Madsen, who's on the roster, didn't go to school there last year, so she's new to the team. And then you've got Fike and Haken, who are just freshmen. So, tough year, but a building year, doing some good things. Schlumbum with it now, over to Floyd. Floyd just inside the three-point line, no good. Alexis Austin up, no good. And Fike, no, that is Anderson down with the rebound. Thought maybe a jump ball would be called, but officials let it play on. Haken with it now. To Anderson. That's Fike now, just inside the three, no good. And Floyd with it. Here come the Lions. Jump ball will be called. Possession arrow does belong to Central Lyon. Some substitutions there. Sorry, I was watching Afton Schlumbum go get a little bouncy ball that had gone onto the court. Good step back, no good. Rebound to Hugedorn, and Hugedorn will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Last time a bouncy ball came onto the court, it was Coach Grafing's son, and she was not very happy with him. So I was trying to watch to see if that was the case again. Didn't look like it. Didn't look like it. Someone else lost it this time. Hugedorn, no good on our first one. Hugedorn shoots 64% from the free throw line. Unofficially, we have Desta at 10 points already tonight. There's number 11. She leads all scorers. Gotta make sure I thank all of our helpers. Jason Heiser running the broadcast for you all at home. Here in the gym, Caleb Quaker and Mason Herbert are running stats. And currently Jackson Poletsky is running the video board. That one no good, as Haken is immediately double teamed. Rebound down to Hagedorn. Runner no good for Clostebor. Jump ball again called. This time George Little Rock will have possession. Gherkin with it. Over to Madsen. There's Louie for three, and Rillian Louie, the first triple of the game for George Little Rock. And stolen away momentarily. Left-hand layup, no good for Schlumbum. Down with the rebound is Haken. Under a minute to go now. Gherkin with it. Line still sitting in the zone. Odin's at the top of the key now. Over to Louie. Jump ball, and this time Central Lyon will have possession. Wiley Steenhoven will check into the game for George Little Rock. Shot clock turned off now as we're under 35 seconds left in the quarter. Again, stay tuned for the halftime show where we have a senior interview with Dion Jansma, and then we will have some highlights put together by our broadcast producer, Jason Heiser. Clostebor on the dribble drive, no good, but she's fouled. First one up and in for Addison. Best free throw shooter on the team is Clostebor. Shoots 78% from the line. That one up and in as well. Haken with it over to Louie. 10 seconds now. Odins. 5 seconds now. Louie over to Madsen. Called for a travel. Thought maybe she just had the shot blocked, but it must have never left her hands. 1 second left. And that one again, not gonna make it. So Lions have a 33-12 lead as we head to halftime. We will be back with the start of the second half after some commercials, senior interview, and some halftime highlights here on the CL Broadcast Network.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands. Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete.
Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
My grandpa came over here. That's why we're here. Just friendly people. The staff, the whole group. Makes you feel like you're part of a family. And if you know a fireman at all, you need a banker. They have their ups and downs, and so do firemen. And they stay with you as long as you're straightforward and honest with them, and they're honest with us, and they're community minded.
Welcome to the Lions Den, where we get to know our student athletes a little more in depth. Today I'm joined by Dion Jansma. Dion, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's start in the classroom, Dion. What is your class schedule like this second semester?
First, I start with band, first hour, then advanced math, single survival, homeowners DIY, American government, and then Spanish and lifting.
All right, full schedule.
Mm-hmm.
You are a senior here at Central Lyon and on the basketball team. We are last regular season of the basketball game of the year, but tell everyone at home how the season's gone so far.
We have a great team. We're undefeated so far, and it's just a lot of fun playing together as a team. We play together really well on the court, so I feel like just us having fun and connected is what our record shows.
All right. What other activities are you involved in here at school and out in the community?
I'm also involved in band and jazz band at school, and then in the community, I volunteer at the church a lot with Club 512. I play games with kids after school.
And you're on the volleyball team.
Oh yeah, that too. And softball.
I should say that. I mean,
yeah.
Volleyball in the past, softball in the future yet. Let's talk about a little bit about the goals for the season. Coming in the season, what were some of the goals that you guys set as a team?
We had some of the same goals as last year too. Just run the floor really well. We want to be a quick team, and also rebound and just move the ball well from side to side to get open lanes, open drives.
Well, moving the ball and running the floor, Ben, you can probably check those off for most games.
Yes.
What about yourself? What are some of the individual goals that you set for yourself?
I'd like to help the team out whenever I'm needed, wherever I'm needed, and just play my best every game, give my all, lock up on defense, have good offense, just do what I can.
All right. As a senior, been around basketball for a while now, what advice do you have for some of the younger kids that are just starting out?
I'd say just embrace every moment because it goes by quicker than you think. You hear it from other seniors when you're younger that it's going to go by quick, but it really does. Like, you don't really realize how quick it goes by. So just embrace every moment.
All right. As a senior in the second semester, so we're getting close to the end here. Do you know what you want to do next year?
I'm planning to go to Dakota Wesleyan, and I'm going to major in business administration with a minor in marketing. And then I'm also going to be playing volleyball there.
That'll be fun. What do you like best about being a part of the team, or maybe what's a favorite memory that you have?
Well, I honestly just love the team meals because it's when we joke around, have fun with each other, even practices. And then also our team, I just love our connection on the court. Like I said before, we're always cheering each other on, pointing to whoever gives us an assist. It's just a great team to be a part of.
All right. Well, thank you, Dion, for joining us today. And now back to a booth after a word from our sponsors.
DeNoble Austin & Company PC, certified public accountants, offers a variety of services including payroll, auditing, sales tax, financial statement preparation, and of course, income taxes. Whether you're a farmer, small or large business owner, or just require some assistance with your personal finances, DeNoble Austin & Company PC can save you time and peace of mind with the skills you need and the service you expect. Located in Rock Rapids and Laverne.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward. Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
And we're back here at Central Lyon as we get set for the start of the third quarter. Some halftime stats for you. First for George Little Rock. They are shooting 4 for 18 from the field for 22%. 1 of 5 from behind the three-point arc. They are 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Have 13 rebounds, 14 turnovers, and 1 steal. Scoring leader for George Little Rock, Wiley Steenhoven and Rillianne Louie both have 3 points. Leading the team in rebounds is Haken with 4. For Central Lyon, they're shooting 12 of 27 from the field for 44%. They are 2 for 6 from behind the arc for 33%. Lions are shooting 7 of 10 from the free throw line. They have 16 rebounds, 5 turnovers, 11 steals. Leading the way for the Lions on the scoring front is Desta Hugedorn with 11. And looks like Addison Klossbor leading the way with 6 rebounds for Central Lyon. Upcoming events here on the CL Broadcast Network. Upcoming events here on the CL Broadcast Network. Thursday, February 9th, we will have a boys basketball game versus Rock Valley. That is the last regular season game for the boys. Then next Tuesday, February 14th, it is girls basketball versus either Boyden Hall or Western Christian. That will be a 7 o'clock start time, as that is the start of the postseason for Central Lyon, as they have a bye for the first round. Lions are the number 1 seed in class, in Region 2, Class 2A. The other teams in that region, MMCRU, West Sioux, Akron Westfield, Lawton Bronson, Hinton, West Monona, and MVAO COU. Hinton is the 2 seed for their region. George Little Rock will start with the ball. Both teams with their starters in the game. Gherkin gets it over to Odens. Now back to Gherkin. Lions starting out in their 2-3 zone. They don't play it a lot. Have gone into it a few times this year as Steenhoven cut off there. Now out to Gherkin, top of the key. Couple shot fakes there. Now Odens with it. Over to Steenhoven, and that one's going to be too hard down low. Another turnover on the Mustangs. Schlumbum will get things started here for the Lions. Over to Jansma. George Little Rock still face guarding Addison Klossbor. Otherwise, they're just playing regular man-to-man defense. Jansma over to Schlumbum. Now Klossbor with it. Nice wrap pass to Schlumbum, and Schlumbum with the hard angle, but she gets it up and in. Gherkin looking for the screen. Lions switch off. Good dump pass to Haken. And Haken is fouled on the way up by Jansma. That is Deion Jansma's first foul of the game. First team foul of the second half on the Lions as well. Madsen shoots 66% from the free throw line, misses it, but Odens runs down the rebound. Madsen drives left hand. Stays here. And a 5-second call. Good defense there by the Lions. Schlumbum will get things started here. Now over to Jansma. Weiler with it, swings it over to Schlumbum. Lions find Hugedorn down low. Spin around, jump shot, no good. Rebound is going to stay to the Lions as Haken unable to handle it. Jansma with it. Looking for Klosterboer. Klosterboer curled on the screen. Jansma did not throw the curl. Threw it out of bounds. Alexis Austin back into the game for the Lions. Give Riley Weiler a break. Still 21-point lead here for the Lions. Gherkin with it. And a foul. Push off by Gherkin. That is the fourth foul on Cami Gherkin. First team foul of the half on the Mustangs. Good backdoor cut. Runner, no good, but Klosterboer will go to the line to shoot two. So good job there by the Lions as Klosterboer being face guarded. Makes the backdoor cut. And when you're face guarding, it's hard to see. Well, obviously, you can't really see the ball handler. First one up and in for Klosterboer. So Addison used that to her advantage this time. As Louis checks back into the game to give Gherkin a break. And Klosterboer makes them both. Odin's with it. And Haken gets it, and she, again, immediately double teamed. Someone is always running to her right-hand side every time she gets the ball. Nice give and go. Austin to Hugedorn. Good ball movement there by the Lions. Steenhoven. Over to Louis. Steenhoven throws it up, no good, and Jansma down at the rebound. Again, Lions looking to push. Charge will be the call on Klosterboer. Say hello to the Weilers watching from Florida, Bud and Audrey, Gordy Smith, and Gordy Faber also watching at home. Thank you guys for leaving us a little note. As travel is the call, Lions will have the ball. Again, leave us a little message in the chat. Send me a text. Send me an email. People have done that before. Let us know where you're watching from. Good defense there, played by the Mustangs as Haken comes away with the rebound. Or sorry, not the rebound, the steal. Haken, that one is no good, but she is fouled. Foul is on Desta Hugedorn, her first third team foul of the half on the Lions. Haken up and good. As I said, the freshman shoots 66% from the field. Excuse me, leads the team in scoring and rebounds. Gherkin and Anderson back into the game. Gherkin with 4 fouls, but they are down 23 points, so Coach Gertis taking the risk, letting her play through a little bit. Find Klosterboer wide open in the corner, no good. Rebound down to Hugedorn, and Hugedorn with some good footwork, and she gets the up and in. Stay tuned. Between the games, we'll have our senior night recognition. Louis gets it. Good play design there. Now Haken, blocked from behind again. Haken's not seeing that second defender come. That one no good. Rebound off to Klosterboer. Haken just a freshman. A lot of learning going on this year for Lindsay Haken. Klosterboer step back 3. Good. Addison Klosterboer, on her terms, kind of a quiet night. It's just 12 points. Senior average is 21.2 points per game. Odin's with it out top. Over to Gherkin. Now they get it to Haken at the free throw line. Back over to Gherkin. Now Louis with it. Now Odins. A little too much standing around here for George Little Rock, probably from Coach Gertis's point of view. It's going to be a jump ball. Central Lions possession. Davis and Weiler check into the game along with Steenhoven. Jansma over to Floyd. Lions without their top 3 scorers on the game right now. That one thrown away. As I said, this is the 4th game in 8 days for the Lions as they played Tuesday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. But they are off for a week. Good back screen there by Steenhoven as Haken unable to get that one up and in, but she's fouled on the way up by Austin. No good on the first free throw attempt there for Haken. George Little Rock's regional bracket, 1A a little bit different than 2A, as there are 14 teams in the regional for 1A. They will go, George Little Rock will go to Galen Catholic on Thursday. If they win that game, they will go to Remsen St. Mary's. Remsen is the overall number 1 seed in their bracket. There's a 3 attempt up and good there for the Mustangs. And I do believe Remsen St. Mary's is ranked 4th in Class 1A. As the Girls Association taking the top 8 teams in each class and essentially giving them each a number 1 seed in a region. So Remsen is the number 1 seed for the George Little Rock region that they are in. It is Region 4. That one runner up and in for Lions. Or a good reminder for everyone watching, if you're going to go to a postseason event, make sure you purchase your tickets online in advance of the game, as that is how both the Boys Association and the Girls Union are doing things. This is, I do believe, year number 3 that they have gone to this way for ticketing, as that one up and no good. Rebound comes down to Gherkin. So if you're going to go to the game on Thursday over in Lamar's, make sure you get your ticket. I'm sure that George Little Rock has that information out somewhere. Otherwise, you can go to gobound.com, click on Iowa, and then search for George Little Rock. You'll find their schedule, and there's a link to the tickets on each event for the postseason. Ashlyn Murray checking into the game now for the first time for Central Lyon, the senior. One of those 6 seniors for Central Lyon on the girls' side. 7 seniors for the boys tonight. Clostebor with it. Over to Davis. Davis gets it to Hagedorn. That one almost tipped away. Under 10 seconds here on the shot clock for the Lions. They got to get going. Schlumbum. Yep, shot clock violation. So George Little Rock ball. Steenhoven with it. Over to Louis. Dump it down inside to Madsen. Madsen has it blocked away by Hagedorn. Schlumbum. Trailer there to Clostebor. No good. Rims out. And the rebound comes down to Gherkin. Gherkin gets it over to Landis. No good. Lions with it now. Last 12 seconds. Clostebor stops, pops, and Addison Clostebor with a triple. So just like that, Clostebor up to 18 points now on the evening. Half-court heave, no good. We'll go to the fourth quarter. Lions lead by 30 as you're watching basketball here on the CL Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here.
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch.
Set to start the fourth quarter. A couple more people watching. Amy Kim watching from Bangladesh. And Des Rush watching from home as well here in Rock Rapids. Lions lead by 30. Jansma with it. Over to Weiler. Schlumbum on the cut. And up and in for Afton Schlumbum. Kind of see that play developing from where we're sitting up here in the corner. As we sit up in the mezzanine. Right in front of the basket that George Lorock is going to right now. Steenholm with it over to Gherkin. Now Oden's top of the key. Steenhoven will drive baseline. Blocked out of bounds by Klosterborg. Steenhoven from the corner, blocked again. Schlumbum out with the rebound, and Lions are running again. Hagedorn up, no good. Rebound down to Haken. Steenhoven will start the offense, gets it over to Gherkin. Oden's with it now. Shot up, no good. Rebound down to Steenhoven. And a foul will be called on Weiler. Once again, take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Avera Medical Group, Denal Boston Company PC, the Pepsi Beverage Company, Sanford Health, and Seaport Foltz Insurance and Real Estate. Steenhoven's first one up and in. 66% shooter from the line is Steenhoven. Unofficially, we have her for 7 points, and she'll stay there. Rebound comes down the Lions. And the ball didn't touch the floor. 5 passes, end up in a layup. Very good ball movement there by the Lions. Again, the Lions are off for a week after this, so I'm sure Coach Griffin trying to get some playing time, as much in for her starters as possible, within reason here. Haken down low, muscles her way in for 2. Just the 8th point for Haken. Lions kept her in check for most of the night. Still leads the team, though, with 8 points and 5 rebounds. Team leader in both of those for the season and leading tonight as well. Good cut, Dion Jansma. Left-handed layup up and in. Lions up to a 33-point lead now. Louis drives baseline, cut off. Out to Gherkin and knocked out of bounds off Hagedorn. Fike back into the game for the Mustangs, and Murray and Floyd back into the game for Central Lyon. So 5 seniors out on the court, 5 of her 6 for Coach Grafing. As that one goes between Gherkin's feet. Steenhoven gets to it though. And that's Haken. Gets it, throws it up quick while the defenders are still kind of scrambling to get their bearings, and is called for the foul. That foul is on Ashlyn Murray, her first. That one no good by Haken. And Cadence Boonder will check into the game, the sixth senior, as Addison Klosterboer leaves the game, probably for the final time. Aiken up and in. Landis into the game now for Odins for the Mustangs. Central Line will go out there with 5 seniors here on senior night. 2 starters, 1 role player, and then 2 girls that don't get a whole lot of playing time. So Coach Grafen getting them some playing time here on senior nights. Steenhoven drives baseline, nobody there. Haken down with the rebound, up and in for Lindsay Haken. Schlumbum on the dribble drive, pass to Jansma, stolen away by Gherkin. Gherkin over to Landis. Now back out to Steenhoven, and Wiley Steenhoven gets a 3-pointer. Steenhoven only shoots 19% from behind the arc, so good to see her get up, 1 of 2 tonight. Boonder over to Schlumbum. Every time Cadence touches the ball, you're going to hear the student section yell, shoot it. Probably the same for Ashlyn Murray, as they want to get points for their seniors on senior night. Foul will be called on Haken on the reach. And into the game now, Ashlyn Davis and Alexis Austin for the Lions. Lillian Louie, and I believe Hannah Anderson. Yes, Hannah Anderson into the game for George Little Rock. Murray up, no good, but Ashlyn Murray will go to the free throw line. That foul was on Louie, her second, 4th team foul. And Murray, first one no good. In the game now for the first time for the Mustangs, number 32, that's another freshman, Kaylee Zomorano. And Murray's second one up and in. So Ashlyn Murray gets into the scoring column on senior night tonight. Good for her. In the game now for the Lions, Gerleman and Davis. No, Davis was in. Mariah Gerlin checked in the game there for Floyd. I tried to keep up on the action. Gerleman with it. Over to Boonder. Back to Gerleman. That's Davis in the corner now. As Ashlyn Davis swings it to, no, that one tipped away. Boonder, now over to Murray. Now Alexis Austin. That one going to be thrown away. No, Davis runs it down, but they've only got 10 seconds on the shot clock. There's Gerleman with it. Back over to Davis. Cadence Boonder for 3. No good. That one landed on the end line, so George Little Rock basketball. Like I said, every time one of the seniors that doesn't get a whole lot of playing time touches the ball, you're going to see pretty much everyone stand up in the student section, and especially on the bench, as they want to see their friends who don't see a whole lot of playing time get in the game, and when they get in the game, they want them to score. Something's got to be called there, as she did a somersault, and then Gerleman just grabbed the ball. Jump ball is a call. George Little Rock will maintain possession. Once again, remind everyone, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you know when we start our live broadcast or when we post videos. And be sure to follow Central Line on Facebook and Twitter to keep up on all the latest news. Fight with it now over to Louie. That's Anderson. Back over to Fike. Landis with it now. Now Fike. Baseline, no good. Rebound comes down to Davis. Austin with it. Over to Cadence Boonder. There's Gerleman now. Boonder. Over to Austin. There's Davis now. Gerleman. Cadence Boonder gets it over to Austin in the corner. Davis with it again. Now under 10 seconds again for the Lions. There's Murray. Out to Boonder. Boonder for three. No good. Rebound will go out of bounds. Georgia Little Rock will have possession. Into the game now, Danica Hugedorn, a freshman for the Lions, and Aubrey Metzger, a sophomore. Louis with it now, over to Steenhoven. That one stolen away by Gerleman. All right, Gerleman leads up for the Lions, over to Boonder. Again, trying to get Cadence into some points here. Danica Hugedorn with it now. They swing it to Boonder. There's Murray, dump down to Aubrey Metzger. Metzger puts it up. And Aubrey Metzger with the soft touch around the rim. Back to a 30-point lead here for Lions. Substitution timeout. As number 42, we don't have a 42 on our roster for Lions, but it is Struckman. I'll have to get her entered into the stats program. We don't have her in the stats program either for the boys up here keeping stats, so we'll give those stats to somebody else. And Landis loses control of the ball off of a line defender. Up, no good, but Anderson is fouled. First one, no good. Anderson shoots 45% from the free throw line. Second one, up and in. Struckman with it now. Has it stolen away by Fike. Now Danica Hugedorn on defense there. Fike up, no good. Rebound comes down to Murray. Now Gerleman will lead the break for the Lions. Over to Struckman. Back to Gerleman. Hugedorn with it. Over to Struckman. Try to get it into Murray, but it's going to be stolen away by Landis. Fike with it. Over to Louis. That is Anderson. And Anderson baseline move, no good. And Hannah Anderson goes back to the free throw line. First one up and in. Make sure that we thank all of our helpers here. Jason Heiser is the one producing the show for you. He's running all the camera angles and updating the scores on the bottom line. Here in the gym, Jackson Pilecki's running the video board for everybody in the gym. Caleb Quaker and Mason Herbert are running stats that are on the video board as Struckman gets it in. And that's also the stats that I'm looking at here on my computer. That one's stolen away by Aubrey Metzger. And Metzger throws it to nobody. Fike runs it down for the Mustangs. Last 30 seconds. Once again, thank our sponsors, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Avera Medical Group, DeNoble Boston Company PC, Pepsi Beverage Company, Sanford Health, and Seaport Fulton Insurance and Real Estate. So the Lions are going to win it. They're going to go a perfect 19-0 on the season. 2 games did get canceled as a result of storms. 18-0 in conference play, and as I said in the pregame, Central Lyon, for the very first time ever, will have an outright Siouxland Conference girls basketball title. So congratulations to Coach Grafing and all the girls. Like she said, it's not just a one-year thing, it's a developmental thing. But I want to congratulate the girls as with the perfect season, perfect conference season. Siouxland Conference champions for 2023. So congratulations to the Central Lyon Lions. We are going to have senior night here. So the girls are going to head out. Senior girls are going to head out as we will have senior night recognition while they're doing that and getting set up. We'll remind everyone that upcoming events here on the CO Broadcast Network. Thursday, February 9th, that is 2 days from now, we will have a boys-only game against Rock Valley. That is 7:30 start. And then the postseason will start. We will be broadcasting all the home postseason games. First one will be February 14th, girls basketball versus either Boyden Hall or Western Christian. And then the boys' first game will be Thursday, February 16th against either Boyden Hall or Hinton. Those postseason games will start at 7 o'clock, and make sure you buy your tickets online. So senior recognition night, we'll start with the girls basketball players, Afton Schlumbum. Next up, Ashlyn Murray. Then we have Addison Clostebor. Addison, leading scorer tonight, 15 points, and leading rebounder, 8 rebounds. Then it's Cadence Boonder. And Dion Jansma is next. And Kaylee Floyd is the final girls basketball senior. 6 seniors. And now managers. Jana Groen, who is a boys manager, I do believe. And now our senior cheerleaders. First one up, Eliora Enriquez. Then Olivia Lyman. There are 4 senior cheerleaders. Next one up, Anna Van Artsen. And Todd Warncheese. And now the senior boy basketball players. There are 7 senior boys tonight. First one up, Josh Alberts. Second is Landon Thiessen. Then we have Zach Lutmer. Zach will be our senior interview for the halftime of the boys game. Then we have Andrew Austin. And then Ethan Hofert. Ethan's dad, Cody, probably the only one that can go out there and be taller than any of the basketball players that we have. Fouled up there by Lane Hendricks. And the 7th senior for the boys is unable to make it tonight. That's Riley Mayo. Riley's home sick, so hopefully Riley is watching the game. But congratulations to Riley as well as the other seniors here. We have, I do believe, 18 seniors involved between 6 girls basketball players, 7 boys basketball players, 4 cheerleaders, and a boys basketball manager. I want to thank not only the seniors, but their families, especially the parents, for all the help they do throughout the years. All right, so that'll do it for senior nights. As we are going to take a break for just a second as we reset for the boys game. We'll be back with more boys pregame show here on the CL Broadcast Network.
DeNoble Austin & Company PC, certified public accountants, offers a variety of services including payroll, auditing, sales tax, financial statement preparation, and of course, income taxes. Whether you're a farmer, small or large business owner, or just require some assistance with your personal finances, DeNoble Austin & Company PC can save you time and peace of mind with the skills you need and the service you expect. Located in Rock Rapids and Laverne.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Sepreda Foltz Insurance and Real Estate in Rock Rapids, Iowa, if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted, you push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
And welcome back here to Central Lyon as we get set for the boys portion of our doubleheader, where the 10-9 George Little Rock Mustangs will face the 16-1 Central Lyon Lions. Let's take a look at some of the some of the pregame stats. George Little Rock averages 50.8 points per game. They shoot 38% from the field, average 32.2 rebounds, 14.5 assists, and 7.8 steals per game. The Mustangs also shoot 56% from the free throw line, and they average 14.7 turnovers. The Lions, on the other hand, average 72.4 points per game. They shoot 53% from the field. They average 33.4 rebounds, 16.2 assists, and 8.7 steals per game. Lions also shoot 69% from the free throw line and average 10.2 turnovers per game. Earlier today, Coach Ben Gerleman and I had a chance to sit down and talk about the last few games, and tonight's matchup, we'll have that interview now. Welcome back to the pregame show. We're being joined now by Central Lyon Boys head coach Ben Gerleman. Coach, thanks for joining me.
You bet, Jeff. Thanks for having me.
All right, Coach, let's start by talking about the game from last Tuesday. That was an 86-53 win at home over Sioux Center. How did the boys play in that one?
We played really well. I mean, we really did. I thought the loss to West Lyon kind of refocused our kids. We had maybe our best practice of the year the day before. And it really showed in the game. And we came out and played really, really well, played aggressive, did a lot of the things that we hadn't been doing. Mm-hmm. And as a result, just jumped on them early and just kept them down. And I thought their kids got a little deflated by the end, but just overall, it was a really, really good game.
And Sioux Center, a very athletic team, but I thought we did a great job in transition and holding, especially the defensive end, holding them to maybe shots that they weren't high percentage and maybe probably didn't really want to take.
Right. We really turned them into a jump shooting team. Yeah. And they did not shoot it well. And one thing we did do is rebound really well. We rebounded really well, and were able to get out and run. Got a lot of easy points in that sense. So all in all, just a great start to our week last week, which we definitely needed.
Yeah, and a good start, and it led into Friday night. We went over to Sibley-Ocheyedan, an 86-26 win. It was pretty much over right away. We did a great job right out of the gate. What were your thoughts on that game?
You know, I'm just going to continue from that Tuesday. Like Wednesday, Thursday were great practices. I mean, and again, the result was what it was. Yep. I mean, we got off to a really good start, and we had them completely overmatched. Yeah. I mean, they play a lot of young kids. I mean, they're completely overmatched, but you still got to come in and be focused and play the game the right way, and I thought we did that. And so we jumped on them early, and you look back at the game and you think, oh my gosh, we scored enough points in the first quarter to win the game. Yep. But I thought our kids played hard. Our kids didn't let up. They did a lot of really nice things, and as a result, again, we're playing better.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. But even going into halftime with a big lead, but the third quarter still, I don't know what the box score was, but they didn't score very many points.
No.
overall, but especially that third quarter.
Yeah.
It was,
So I think they scored 4. I think they scored 4 points in the third quarter and 2
Yeah.
in the fourth quarter.
yeah.
But we had talked to our guys. We're to the point in the season where we've got to get our guys that are going to be playing in the tournament reps.
Right. Yep.
And sometimes the only way to do that in a game is to let them play. And it was a 35-point game at half. And we told the kids, hey, you guys that are kind of our normal rotation guys, you're going to play as long as you're playing hard and doing things the way you should be doing. And by the end of the third quarter, we thought, okay, that's enough reps, and we were able to get the other kids in the whole fourth quarter. But it's a really hard line as a coach to try to figure out. And I know I'm not the only one that's had to deal with it. I mean, the football team had the same kind of issue for a good portion of their regular season of just trying to find what's the balance of getting the kids that are going to play in the tournament ready while still rewarding the other kids for all their efforts. And so it's been a struggle, all year really for us because we've just been blowing a lot of teams out.
Yep.
But I thought our kids that came in did a nice job in the fourth quarter. And obviously, they only scored 6 points in the second half. I thought was excellent. And those kids that came in played hard, and they tried to play the game the right way. And so that's all we can ask of them.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's not a fun. It's a fun conversation to have because it usually means that you're winning and you're winning by a lot. But at the same point, it's a very fine line that you have to walk and figure out when to pull kids, how much reps do you want to get, and when, like you said, as long as you're getting better and you're in effort, then you might as well put them out there. But it's also they are high school kids and they do lose focus.
Right.
They can lose focus.
Yes, they can. And we've had games this year where they have lost focus. And I thought, that game at Sibley, was one of those nights where we didn't. I thought our kids mentally stayed engaged and did all the things they needed to do to continue to get better. And so that was a good thing for us.
And then that led us into last night, the second time in 7 days, Sioux Center over at Sioux Center. This time, 76-62 win. Tell us about that game.
Well, it was a lot of the things that we did really, really well the week before. We didn't. We did not rebound very well, which really kept them in the game.
Mm-hmm.
We got up by 14, 15 points in the first half, and I thought, okay, if we can just rebound and get a couple stops in a row and push that to 20, that we might kind of demoralize them a little bit. But to their credit, they played hard. And actually, they played last night more like the team I was expecting to see all year out of them. They're athletic, they're long, they do a lot of nice things. We kind of turned them into a jump shooting team again. And last night they made 9 threes, and the first time we played them, they made, I think, 3.
Yeah.
So that was probably the biggest difference in the game. But, the way that they tried to guard us, I felt like they did a good job of trying to take our role players away.
Mm-hmm.
They really didn't let Ephraim get any shots. They really kind of stayed attached to him, and so slowed him down a little bit, and he only had a couple of shot attempts. But in doing so, they kind of tried to just guard our top 3. I don't want to say one-on-one, but, they tried to just, okay, we're going to do our best. And, when our top 3 score 71, we're going to be tough to beat.
Yep, that's definitely true. 71 is what more than most teams average from everybody. So
yes.
Yeah. But, I thought, obviously the second time around in 7 days, especially when you have such a dominating win, sometimes, again, they're high school kids, so they come in a little bit thinking like, we got this in the bag. We got 3 games this week. And Sioux Center, on the other hand, might have been thinking the opposite of that. Like, we're a much better team than we showed. Let's go show it.
Yeah,
and those sorts of things.
It was one of those trap games.
Yeah.
Like, for everything you said, just, they're 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. And as much as sometimes they have the best intentions and they say that they're going to play hard, that just, in the back of your mind, it might not happen. And so, but I thought our kids, for the most part, didn't let that happen. We just didn't rebound as well. They rebounded really hard on the offensive boards, and we didn't match that. But that's a good team. And I thought, West Lyon went over there the week before after beating them by 38 earlier in the season and lost.
Yep.
So that's a good team. And, I thought our kids did everything. We made a lot of plays down the stretch that really kind of iced it for us, and that was good to see because we needed that. We haven't had a lot of games where we were forced to, hey, we got to make plays down the stretch, and we were able to do that.
That's good. That leads us into tonight. Second to last game of the regular season. George Little Rock comes to town. What can we expect of the Mustangs?
Well, it's contrasting styles. They don't really want to get up and down, and we do. So, whichever team can kind of try to impose their will probably have a little more success. I think we're a little more capable of playing slow than they are playing fast.
Right.
But, they played really well against us last time, and really kept it close for most of the first half. So we'll have to be ready to play. But, senior night, our goal tonight is just go out and have fun and try to play in a way that honors our seniors and honors everything that they have done for us over the last 4 years. And so if we can do that, I think we'll be just fine. This will be the last time we get to play them in our, as a conference opponent. I've got some mixed feelings on that we don't really need to get into, but I just want tonight to be a fun night for the kids, and just the kids need to play in a way that's going to honor our seniors for everything that they've done.
A lot of seniors on the team. Some of them that were a little bit. I've said this in some of the pre-games, talking about a lot of the games as seniors, a little bit more experienced. Starting five in almost all the teams in the Siouxland Conference have been pretty young for the most part the last few years, and obviously that means that at some point you're going to be a little more experienced.
Right.
We've got multitude of 3 seniors that start, plus we have 3 more come off the 4 more on the bench.
We got 7 total seniors, and all of them have incredibly important roles. And I don't know how much they always feel that.
Right.
But we've got kids that spend a lot of their practice time really helping out our JV and our JVR kids and trying to give them, because with the number of kids we have, in order for everybody to get quality practice, we sometimes have to kind of move people around. And so, Lane Henricks and Riley Mayo have done a great job of being willing to go in and get reps in practice against the JV and the JVR kids and really help them build for the future of our program. And so I've been really appreciative of those two. You got Ethan Hoford and Landon Thiessen that don't really get a lot of playing time, and Landon spent most of the first half of the year with an injury. And those two kids have meant a lot to our team in practice. And I know they don't always get on the floor, but that does not mean they're not important.
Right.
And so just pleased with them. And obviously we got 3 kids that start. Josh Elbert and Andrew Austin and Zach Lutmer have been, they've been great. They've been great leaders. They all do different things and different things really well. And so it's to see them mesh together, along with the other seniors and everybody else. It's been a fun year, and I hope that the year continues, and I hope it ends the way they want it to.
As do we. We want to obviously say thank you again to all the seniors, and wish you guys good luck tonight. Hopefully come away with that victory, and moving on to the last game of the regular season coming up later in the week.
Hopefully.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you for taking some time to join us, and we'll be back with more of the pregame show after these words from our sponsors.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Seaperda Foltz Insurance and Real Estate in Rock Rapids, Iowa, if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
And we're back here at Central Lyon as we get set for the tip-off here, the boys' portion of this doubleheader. I want to thank Coach Gerlman for taking some time to look at sit down with me today. Taking a look at the last 5 games for each of these teams. George Little Rock is 2-3 in their last 5 games. They lost at home versus MOC Floyd Valley 67-44. On the road at West Lyon 66-45. Had a win at Sheldon 53-50. In the first game of the year versus Central Lyon, they lost 71-42, and they have a win at home versus Okoboji 63-43. Lions are 4-1 in their last 5. They have a win last night at Sioux Center 76-62. They won on Friday at Sibley Ocheyedan 86-26. Last Tuesday, they got the win versus Sioux Center here 86-53. Then they had the George Little Rock win over at George. And their only loss on the season came at West Lyon, 56-55. Looking at the series history between these two teams, Central Lyon has won 7 of the last 10, including the first one from this year. And looking at the Siouxland Conference standings, the Lions sit in first place, and George Little Rock at 8 and 9 are in 6th place. This is George Little Rock's last regular season game of the year, as they had to move the game that was originally scheduled for Friday, as that is a possible 1A postseason date, so they had to move that game up. Looking at the IAHSAA rankings, first year they're doing these rankings, but Central Lyon is ranked number 1 overall in Class 2A. The only other ranked team in the Siouxland is MOC Floyd Valley. They are ranked number 3 in Class 3A. Let's take a look at our key players of the game first for George Little Rock. We're going to go with the junior, Drew Denikis. Denikis averages 13.2 points per game. He shoots 40% from the field, averages 10.5 rebounds, 1.9 assists, and 1.3 steals per game. Denikis is the team leader in scoring and rebounds for the Mustangs. Now looking at Central Lyon's key player of the game, we're going to go with junior Reese Vanderzee. Vanderzee averages 17.3 points per game. He shoots 61% from the field, averages 7 rebounds per game, 2.6 assists, and 2.4 steals per game. Vanderzee is 3rd on the team in scoring, and he is 2nd on the team in rebounds. Head coaches for both of these teams, George Little Rock head coach Brian Leuenberger, and Central Lyon is coached by Ben Gerleman. Having issues again with our mic 2 nights in a row. We're going to have to get a pile of batteries and just put them down there by Mr. Wright, who's the announcer. As we wait, we'll take this opportunity to look at the postseason bracket. George Little Rock did not have a play-in game, so they will move to the first round where they will face MMCRU. That will be next Monday at home. If they are able to win that game, they will more than likely face the number 2 seed in the number 1 seed in their district, which is Galen Catholic. The second game is on February 16th. Lions, on the other hand, Class 2A, they have a bye for the first round. They will move directly into the district semifinals. They will face the winner of Hinton and Boyden Hall. Central Lyon is the number 1 seed overall in the District 15 and sub-state number 8. Lions will host the first game, and then they will be on the road, as district finals and sub-state games are all at neutral sites. Now it looks like our microphone is working, so let's take a look at the starting lineups for each of these teams first for George Little Rock. They go like this. Number 2, a senior, Brandon Van Briesen. Number 12, junior, Isaiah Johnson. Number 13, junior, Matt Helkin. Number 14, junior, Charlie Hamilton. And number 55, junior, Drew Denikis. For Central Lyon, their starting lineup looks like this. It'll go number 3, senior, Josh Elbert. Number 4, junior, Reese Vanderzee. Number 14, senior, Zach Lutmer. Number 15, senior, Andrew Austin. And number 24, a sophomore, Ephraim Hofert. That is our starting lineups. As we get set here for the boys portion of this game, once again, thank our sponsors, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Avera Medical Group, Denol Boston Company PC, Pepsi Beverage Company, Sanford Health, and Seabird Foltz Insurance and Real Estate. Once again, take this opportunity to thank our helpers, or workers, I guess I should call them, as they're Jason Heiser running the broadcast. I got Bo Marrow now running the camera, as the boys don't use the same camera as the girls, so I had to find someone. So I found Bo to run the camera. Charlie Peterson's going to run the video board, that is, here in the gym. And I have Egan Peterson and Caleb Quicker running sets. Lions turn over in their first possession. Helkin will get things going here for the Mustangs. Little screen there for Van Briesen. Over to Johnson. Back over to Helkin. And that one will be thrown away. And both teams will open up with a little sloppy play, and each team with a turnover. Basically, 2 unforced turnovers. Lions dump that one down to Austin. Now they swing it back around. Now Lutmer. It's Vanderzee. Vanderzee kicks it back out. Now over to Josh Elbert. Elbert for 3, no good. Tipped around, and finally Van Briesen will come down with the rebound. And pocket pick there. Lutmer up and in. We'll call that a finger roll at the rim. We're not going to give him credit for that dunk because he's had some better ones on the year. Stolen away again by the Lions. Hofert over to Lutmer. Lutmer back to Hofert. Ephraim Hofert for 3, and nothing but net on the rainbow three-pointer from Ephraim Hofert. And Hofert kind of loses his footing. He'll commit the first foul of the game. Denicus over to Johnson. That one blocked, I do believe, from behind. Lutmer with it now. Over to Hofert, back to Lutmer. Swing over to Elbert. Josh has that one stolen away by Helkin. Matt Helkin up and in. Lions push ahead. Andrew Austin over to Elbert. Now Vanderzee. Lutmer has it now. Back over to Vanderzee. Tried to dump down to Austin. Stolen away by Drew Denicus. He holds up. Gets it to Johnson. Van Briesen back over to Denicus. Helkin with it. Now Johnson. Back to Helkin. Van Briesen over to Helkin again. Drew Denicus swings it at Van Briesen. There's Johnson. Under 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Get it into Charlie Hamilton, and Hamilton up and in. Lions, though, pushing ahead. They like to get up and down. Vanderzee, there's Elbert now. Andrew Austin wide open 3, no good. Rebound down comes down to Isaiah Johnson. Van Briesen over to Johnson. Back to Van Briesen looking for the dump down. The Lions trip over each other. And Drew Denicus gets the easy bucket, and the Mustangs with their first lead. Lutmer with it over to Austin. Dump down to Reese Vanderzee, and Vanderzee up quickly with it. Now the Lions back in the lead. Brandon Van Briesen over to Helkin. And that one's stolen away by Andrew Austin. And Andrew Austin gets the contested layup, but it's in. Van Briesen with it now. Screen by Helkin. Van Briesen up and in. 9-8. And the Lions up the court, and Vanderzee hits the jump shot. You cannot sleep. The Lions, as soon as the ball, even on a make basket, the Lions are looking to push as they will go fast every opportunity. That one's stolen away by Vanderzee. Push ahead to Austin. Andrew Austin, no good, but, it was good, and he'll get fouled. Checking in the game now for the Mustangs, number 4, Tyler Grieve, and number 10, Micah Jumbeck. For Central Lyon, Matt Alberts will check into the game for the first time. So Austin, a 71% free throw shooter, will go to the line for the and one opportunity. That one rolls around the rim, and it's in for Andrew Austin. Isaiah Johnson with it over to Micah Jumbeck now. Swung to Grieve, Tyler Grieve, the lefty, and Grieve hits the first triple for the Mustangs. However, the Lions up the court quickly, and Josh Alberts gets the layup. Denikis did a great job of just staying straight vertical there. Didn't pick up the foul, but Albert able to get it up and in. Micah Jumbeck now for a triple. That one's not going to be good. That is perfect angle for us up here in the corner to see. Lions with 16-11 lead. Lions swinging around to Lutmer. Lutmer three-pointer, and Lutmer nails the three-pointer. Johnson over to Jumbeck. Nearly stolen away, but Denikis will launch the three, no good. Charlie Hamilton up with a tough rebound, and Hamilton gets his second bucket of the game. Charlie, a big body, controlling himself well down low. Andrew Austin, up and in. Jumbeck with it, over to Grieve. Thought about the three, now drives. Kick over to Isaiah Johnson. Pick and pop from Denikis, no good. Andrew Austin down with the rebound. And a half-court alley-oop. Lutmer to Vanderzee. And like I said, the Lions will get out and run on any opportunity they have. You cannot be lazy getting back on defense. The Lions will make it pay for it most of the time. Jumbeck looking for somebody. Gets a screen. Now over to Johnson. Tyler Grieve with it now. Over to Denikis. There's Johnson in the corner. Jumbeck with the three, no good. Rebound comes down to Matt Albert. Lutmer over to Matt Albert, over to Josh Albert. Now Vanderzee, back over to Lutmer. And Lutmer for three, no good. Rebound down to Micah Jumbeck. Jumbeck over to Johnson. Grieve with it, dumped down to Drew Denikis, and that one stolen away by the Lions. Alley-oop attempt no good, but Austin gathers himself and gets a two-pointer. 30-second timeout taken by the Mustangs. We'll stay here. As we take this opportunity to thank our sponsors once again: Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Avera Medical Group, DeNoble Boston & Company PC, Pepsi Beverage Company, Sanford Health, and Seabird Foltz Insurance and Real Estate. Once again, we'll be back on the air this Thursday. It will be a boys-only game as Rock Valley comes to town to finish out the regular season. That is a 7:30 start time, well, scheduled for 7:30, probably end up being a few minutes earlier. Then the postseason will start. We'll have girls basketball on February 14th, either Boyden Hall or Western, whoever wins that game. And then Thursday, February 16th, boys basketball postseason play between the winner of Boyden Hall or Hinton. Postseason games will start at 7 o'clock, and remember, you need to purchase your tickets online for all postseason events. George Lurk with it again. Helcom back into the game. The Lions sitting in a little 2-3 defense out of the timeouts. Van Briesen back out to Grieve. He dumped down to Johnson. Kick out to Helkin. Matt Helkin, wide open three, no good. Andrew Austin down with the rebound. Shot clock is turned off. That one tipped away and stolen away. Now George Lurk will have the opportunity to hold for the last shot. Over to Van Briesen. Now Grieve. Get into Johnson. Good move there by Isaiah Johnson, and he is fouled on the reach-in by Matt Alberts. First foul on Alberts, second team foul. Only 3 total fouls called here. 2 on Central Lyon, 1 on George Little Rock. Johnson misses the first free throw. He shoots 44% from the free throw line. And second one up and in. Lions push it ahead. It's good if it goes. Off the front end is Vanderzee's shot. Lions will take an 11-point lead into halftime as they lead 25-14 here on the CL Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch.
Hey, and we're back for the start of the second quarter. George Little Rock will start with possession. Tommy Den Hartog into the game for the first time for GLR. That's Den Hartog for 3, and Den Hartog knocks it down. Lions push it ahead. There's Vanderzee. That's going to be a jump ball as Helkin turns around and grabs it. Good defense there by George Little Rock. Lions possession arrow, though, as they'll inbound underneath their own baskets. Get it into Lutmer. Back over to Josh Elbert. That from Hofert. Finds Andrew Austin wide open baseline. And Austin with a spin move and makes it. Van Briesen now up ahead. Over to Grieve. Now Helkin. No true post player in there for George Little Rock at this point. And the three-pointer is good. So back-to-back triples for the Mustangs as they cut this down to a 7-point lead. Andrew Austin, kick out to Lutmer. And after the pass, Austin will be called for the charge. Jumback will get things started here for GLR. Van Briesen, that one was thrown way out of bounds and into the band. Band instructors are going to go take a look to make sure nothing was damaged. Lions inbound, and they'll try to extend this lead. Zone being played here. Good cross-court pass. Elbert to Reese Vanderzee. Got a little bit of a screen there from Hofert. And Vanderzee knocks down the three-pointer. Lions looking to trap as Hofert a little late there. Gets called for the foul. That'll be Ephraim's second foul. Denikis and Hamilton back into the game as Jumbeck and Grieve will take a seat. Van Briesen Over to Helkin. Hamilton with it now. And Hartog now back over to Van Briesen. Looking for a little high-low are the Mustangs. Line's covered up well. Van Briesen off the screen. Runner, no good as it hits the rim multiple times. And a quick whistle as Van Briesen commits a foul. First foul on Van Briesen, just a second team foul on the Mustangs. 1-2-2 zone for George Little Rock. Lions find Albert right in the middle of that zone and has it stolen away. Josh kind of turned and didn't realize how wide open he was. If he turns and immediately goes to the basket, he probably gets a wide open layup. Then Hartog with it now. Over to Helkin. Thought about the three. Denikus with it now. The Lions will let Denikus shoot that three as he does most of his damage in the paint. Hamilton over to Van Briesen. And a moving screen will be the call on Hamilton. As Hamilton kind of shuffled his feet and threw his hip out as the line defender tried to run around his screen. First foul on Charlie. Third team foul. Vanderzee wide open. No good. Lutmer comes flying in for a rebound, and before the shot, Helkin will just grab him. Johnson checking back into the game for the Mustangs. Again, let us know where you're watching from. Send us a little note in the YouTube chat. And up and in for Lutmer, and he's fouled. Like I said, put a little chat message in the chat box for YouTube, or send myself a text message. As Lutmer will head to the line to shoot an and one. 74% free throw shooter is Lutmer on the season. Matt Darren will check into the game for Hofert. He's seeing his first action of the evening. Helkin over to Johnson. Look for a little pick and roll there. Lions covered that one up well. Helkin with it again. Now they dump it down to Denikus. Denikus, good footwork there. No good. And another quick whistle down below. Charlie Hamilton will be called for his second foul here. Elbert over to Andrew Austin. Back out to Josh Elbert. Now they run a little pick for Zach Lutmer in the corner, and Lutmer knocks down his second triple of the game. Mustangs will take a full timeout as the Lions extend that lead out to 16. We'll take it with them. You're watching Lions basketball here on the CL Broadcast Network.
.62, Coach. 62. First out. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play.
My grandpa came over here. That's why we're here. Just friendly people. The staff, the whole group. Makes you feel like you're part of a family. And if you know a fireman at all, you need a banker. They have their ups and downs, and so do firemen. And they stay with you as long as you're straightforward and honest with them, and they're honest with us, and they're community minded.
Back here, Lions put on a little full court press. Mustangs break it. Van Briesen cross court to Drew Denikus. Denikus stops and no good as they had to shoot over top of Vanderzee. Vanderzee now over to Josh Elbert. Austin back to Elbert. Elbert will take the wide open three, and Josh Elbert nails the three. Elbert just a 29% three-point shooter on the year. He knocks that one down. Van Briesen with it now as the Lions go back to a little 2-3 zone. There's Helkin with it. Helkin will take the long three. No good. Long rebound is out to Elbert. Push ahead. Stolen away by Van Briesen. Drew Denikis, another three-pointer, no good. Now Lutmer with it. Cross-court skip past Matt Darren, thought about the three, and is tripped. Tyler Grieve will check in for Helkin. That is Helkin's third foul and the 7th team foul. So Matt Darren will head to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Before that, Matt Elbert will check in the game. Gives his brother Josh a little break. Darren, first free throw of the year is a miss. So Lions 19-point lead here. Back into that 2-3 zone. Swing pass over to, that was good ball movement there. Unfortunate there for the Mustangs. Great ball movement. They found Hamilton wide open underneath, but just a little short was Charlie. Lutmer with it now. Takes a 10-foot jump shot, and Zach Lutmer up and in. As Lutmer now leads all scorers with 13 points. Johnson with it, back over to Van Briesen. Now Grieve. Van Briesen. Denikis, get it into Johnson. Quick turnaround, shot no good. Run out. Andrew Austin with the flush. Lions on a 16-6 run here in this second quarter. There's Hamilton, and Hamilton is fouled. Foul will be called on Andrew Austin. 5th team foul, waiting to see that is just a second foul on Andrew, but Coach Grillen will give him a break as Hofer comes in. Micah Jumback checking in for Drew Denikis as well for the Mustangs. So Hamilton, a 49% free throw shooter, will go to the line. Shoot one. No good. Rebound down to Lutmer. Hamilton with 6 points so far tonight. Vanderzee, kick out to Matt Darren. Matt Darren, and Darren with a three-pointer. That is Matt's shot right there, especially from that spot on the court. Grieve gets it into Jumback. Back out to Grieve. Now Jumback. He'll take the three-pointer. No good. Vanderzee. He'll start the fast break here. Matt Elbert. Kick to Hofert. Ephraim Hofert for three. And Ephraim Hofert in with another three-pointer. Lions now 7 for 11 from behind the arc. They have a 27-point lead here with 1:20 left to go in the second quarter. Isaiah Johnson, good drive. Turnaround jump shot, no good. Rebound down to Hamilton. Charlie, no good, but he's fouled. One thing I know of coaching Charlie Hamilton, there's no give up in Charlie. He has got a motor, and he will keep coming at you, as he did there. He'll go to the line to shoot two. First one, no good. And Hamilton will go to the line. Step to the line, that is, for another one, and that one up and good. So Hamilton, the leading scorer tonight for the Mustangs, with 7. Quick 30-second timeout taken here by Coach Grillen. We'll stay here. Reminder, next games for both of these teams. George Little Rock will start their postseason on Monday, Monday the 13th, as they will host MMCRU. They play Monday. Central Lyon will play this Thursday to finish out the regular season. That is a home game versus Rock Valley. And then they will turn around and start their postseason on February 16th. That is 2 Thursdays from now. So not this Thursday, but the next Thursday. They'll face the winner of Hinton and Boyden Hall. That game is Monday the 13th as well. So all 1A, 2A first round games. District quarterfinal games for 2A. First round, and I guess district quarterfinal games for the 1A districts as well. That will be Monday the 13th. George Little Rock in action at home. Lions will have a bye on the 13th, and then the Lions will be back at home on the 16th. That is the only home postseason game the Lions will get, as district finals and sub-state will be at a neutral site. Reminder once again, make sure you buy your postseason tickets online, as that is the only way to get those tickets. Matt Albert with it now. Throws that one away. Jumback's going to run it down. Jumback gets to Hamilton. Good job there by Charlie Hamilton to run the floor, and Charlie gets another basket. 9 points now for Hamilton. About a 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock here. And a very quick whistle, as not a lot of contact there, but Lutmer will draw the foul. Foul was called on Tyler Grieve. Lutmer knocks down the first one. Lutmer with his 14th points, leading scorer for the Lions, leading all scorers tonight. Zach does average 20.1 points per game, so well on his way. First foul, that was on first foul on Tyler Grieve, 8th team foul on George Little Rock. 5.5 seconds here. Johnson gets it in. And has it stolen away by Matt Albert. Lutmer, it's good if it goes off the back iron. No good, but Lions will take a 51-25 victory into halftime. Once again, stay tuned at halftime. After a few commercials, we'll have a halftime interview with Zach Lutmer, our senior, for tonight. And then some halftime highlights put together by our broadcast producer, Jason Heiser. You're watching Lions basketball here on the CL Broadcast Network.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted, you push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Welcome to the Lions Den, where we get to know our student athletes a little more in depth. Today I'm joined by Zach Lutmer. Zach, thanks for joining me.
Yep, no problem.
All right, Zach, let's start in the classroom. What is your class schedule like this semester?
Well, so I got first hour study hall, which is pretty nice. So I can stay at home, sleep in a little bit, and then second hour I come into advanced math. Right now we're doing some NCAA algorithms. So
there you go.
It's pretty fun. Then third hour I have single survival, make some food in there. Fourth hour I got drawing studio. Fifth hour government, not very fun there. 6th hour Spanish, so a little 2-hour stretch where it gets a little boring in there. But 7th hour I come back and I lift, and then 8th hour I have novel.
All right. Obviously a senior here at Central Lyon. Tell us a little bit about how the basketball team's done this so far this year.
I'd say we've done pretty well. We had one game slip up, but other than that, we played pretty well as a team, I'd say. And lately, we're moving the ball a little more, so it's good to get everyone involved and seeing that happen. So,
all right. Besides basketball, what other activities are you involved in here at school and in the community?
Well, I'm involved in football, track, baseball, obviously basketball, and then outside I do Club 512 at the Reformed Church, and then I also go to Wednesday night church at the Catholic Church.
Student council member.
Student council member.
I
Yeah,
know that
better
wasn't
not
that.
forget that
Don't
one.
forget that one this time.
Yeah, better not forget that one this time. But can't think of anything else on the top of my head.
All right. Let's talk a little bit more about basketball. What were some of the team goals you guys started the season with?
Well, the first thing I would say is to win a state championship. I think that's everyone's number one goal, obviously. And then throughout the year, I think it developed into playing as a team and getting better every single day in practice and in games. Even if we're playing a team that's not as good, I think moving the ball and playing the right way is probably the best way to get better.
I would agree. What about yourself? Any individual goals that you set?
I would just say to be the best teammate I possibly can every day and just try to get better at that every day, too.
All right. Obviously, you've been around basketball for a long time, including the program here. What advice do you have for some of those younger players that are just starting out?
I would say just to get in the gym throughout the summer because you don't pick up a basketball for so long, and getting in the gym is probably the most important thing. Just to get a few shots up every day. 10 minutes is not very hard to do, but yeah, that's the biggest thing I'd say.
All right. What are your plans for next year? For those people that don't know,
I'm going to play football at the University of Iowa and probably study in. I was thinking, I forgot it off the top of my head, but I can't remember what it's called. But it's something to do with like athletic training, physical therapy. I can do any of those things, and
okay.
And then I can either coach out of that, and strength and conditioning coach, something like that.
All right.
Many different ways you can go with it.
All right, sounds good. To finish things up here, what do you like best about being part of the basketball program, or maybe a favorite memory you have?
What I like best is probably just the team meals on Thursday nights. It's pretty fun to get together and hang out throughout the night and just play games on our phones or watch a different game and just hang out with everyone.
All right. Well, Zach, I want to thank you for joining us today. And now back to the booth after a word from our sponsors.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Sepreda Foltz Insurance and Real Estate in Rock Rapids, Iowa, if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
My grandpa came over here. That's why we're here. Just friendly people. The staff, the whole group. Makes you feel like you're part of a family. And if you know a fireman at all, you need a banker. They have their ups and downs, and so do firemen. And they stay with you as long as you're straightforward and honest with them, and they're honest with us, and they're community minded.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch. Mm-mm.
And welcome back here to Rock Rapids as we get set for the second half of our boys portion of this doubleheader. Some halftime stats for you. George Lurac shooting 10 for 24 from the field for 42%, 3 for 10 from behind the three-point arc, and they are 2 of 5 on free throws tonight. They are led in scoring by Charlie Hamilton with 9, and Isaiah Johnson leads them in rebounding with 2, along with Charlie Hamilton also has 2 rebounds. Lions, on the other hand, 20 for 26 for 77% from the field. Great start for the Lions. 7 for 12 from behind the arc. They are led in scoring by Zach Lutmer with 15, and Andrew Austin leads in rebounds with 5. George Lurac will start the half with the ball. Denikis in the corner. That pass tipped away. Vanderzee, crossover dribble off his knee, and that is George Lurac basketball. Helkin with it. Over to Van Briesen, back to Helkin. That one thrown too hard and too low as it hit Johnson in his shin. And Johnson able to get control of it, and the Central Lyon will take possession. Vanderzee over to Lutmer. Lutmer kicks it out to Josh Elbert, and Josh Elbert nails down his second three-pointer of the game. Elbert with 8 points tonight, well above his season average. Johnson goes baseline, cut off, kick out to Van Briesen. Three-pointer in, rattles in for, Brandon Van Briesen. Couldn't think of his first name for a second. Elbert, he'll try another one, and Josh Elbert is feeling it. Elbert, 3 of 4 from long range. Lions up to a 29-point lead, and Vanderzee with the flush. Tell you what, folks, if the rims in this gym can hang on for the rest of this season, I think they'll probably hang on forever, because I don't know if we'll ever see a team quite as athletic as this in the history of Central Lyon basketball. Alley-oop no good. Andrew Austin back up with it, gets his own rebound, and gets another two-pointer. Lions looking to pick up the defensive intensity here. Helkin over to Van Briesen. Swing pass over to Johnson. Johnson shot fake, takes a dribble, too strong, rebound down to Andrew Austin. Austin will lead things here for the Lions. Over to Hofert, now Josh Elbert. Dump down to Reese Vanderzee, and Vanderzee is fouled on his way up. Reese Vanderzee's first one is up and in, as Vanderzee shoots 63% from the free throw line, averages 17.3 points per game. Lions back up now to a running clock, 35-point lead situation. Three-pointer no good. Rebound down to Denikis and Austin. That is a jump ball. Lions do have possession as Tyler Grieve checks into the game. As Helkin now with 4 fouls. He was called for the first foul of the second half. Lutmer now, dumped down to Vanderzee. Vanderzee goes baseline, and Vanderzee up and over Van Briesen, as he's got about a 6-inch height advantage there. Denikis with it in the corner, over to Van Briesen. Johnson swings it over to Grieve. Johnson jump shot from the free throw line, no good, and Andrew Austin down with the rebound. And foul called on Van Briesen, the reach in. Halfway through this third quarter, under 4 minutes remaining. Another dump down to Vanderzee. This time he kicks it out to Josh Elbert. Elbert from way downtown. Josh Elbert. 4 3-pointers on the night. Normally you're looking at Hofert or Vanderzee or Darren knocking down 4 triples or Lutmer. Tonight, no, Josh Elbert came into the night shooting 29% from behind the 3-point arc. That one rattles around, no good. There's Hofert. He'll shoot one up, no good. Rebound comes down to Austin. And Austin's called for a push. As Jumbeck will check in for Isaiah Johnson. And seeing his first action of the night, the man with the flow, Max DeBoer. Max told me earlier in the pregame that I had to say something nice about him. He has great hair. We'll see if that's good enough for Max. Grieve with it. Swings it over to DeBoer. Back over to Grieve as they're trying to get a dump down to Denicus. They get it. Straight up defense there by Austin, but Denicus looking thick through his shoulders there. Gets that one up and in. Lutmer stops and pops 3-pointers. Nobody's going to guard him. And Zach Lutmer now, 18 points on the evening. 71-30 is the lead now for the Lions. Dump down to DeBoer. That one will be central line ball. Matt Darren checking into the game. Ball almost got lost underneath the bleachers. Student section from George Lorac, they should have saved that one. Got to teach them how to do that. Though I do believe there's a bunch of Central Lyon kids mixed in there. Good rivalry with the two schools that share some sports. Good steal attempt there by DeBoer as he knocks it out of bounds. Last time the two will play in the Siouxland Conference. Not sure when we'll play each other again as not another 3. That one this time, that's a different Elbert. That's Matt Elbert. Matt Elbert only shoots 12% from the 3-point line. He knocks down his first attempt tonight. Micah Jumbeck with it. Gets it down to Drew Denicus. Denicus, quick move to the baseline. And Denicus with another 2 points. Matt Elbert back to Andrew Austin. Andrew Austin with a blow-by, and Andrew Austin throws that one down. Jumbeck over to Grieve. DeBoer has it. Thought maybe it was going to be stolen away. No, it's going to be an over and back call. And Coach Gerlin's going to do the same thing Coach Grafing did. He's going to go with 5 seniors for a while as Ethan Hofert and Landon Thiessen check into the game for the first time, and Josh Elbert will check into the game as well. So Lions with 5 of their 7 seniors, only 6 of them in attendance tonight. Over to Thiessen, dump down, Ethan Hofert. And a foul will be called, non-shooting foul, I'm going to say. The foul is called on Max DeBoer. And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's non-shooting foul, so quarter will end. We'll take a break here on the CL Broadcast Network as you're watching Lions basketball.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch.
My grandpa came over here. That's why we're here. Just friendly people. The staff, the whole group. Makes you feel like you're part of a family. And if you know a fireman at all, you need a banker. They have their ups and downs.
Cut out that commercial early as neither team taking the full amount of time in between quarters. Jump back with it. Lions will start the quarter with their 5 seniors out there. Lutmer, Elbert, Austin, Hofert, and Thiessen. Good backdoor cut. Charlie Hamilton, nice feed from Max DeBoer. And George Lorak gets the first 2 points of the fourth quarter. Dump down attempt as the Lions try to get that one to Hofert. Stolen away. And Andrew Austin with another dunk. Then Hartog get the thing started here. Over to Jumback. Looking for a screen from DeBoer. Screen and roll attempt. Max DeBoer is going to be fouled. So DeBoer will go to the free throw line to shoot his first free throw of the game. Max, a 25% free throw shooter on the year, rattles that one in. As DeBoer gets in the scoring column, and into the game is Lane Hendricks, the 6th senior that is here in attendance tonight. 7th senior, Riley Mayo, homesick. Hopefully he's watching. And DeBoer misses that one. Lutmer down with the rebound. Hendricks over to Thiessen. Now Josh Elbert had a great night tonight. Lutmer over to Lane, trying to get Hendricks up into the scoring column. Hofert up with it, has that one blocked. Thiessen out to Josh Elbert. And Josh Elbert needs to bottle that shot up and keep it going into the postseason, as Elbert has 14 points, I do believe, on the evening, maybe 17. 17 points as our scoreboard just updated here. 17 points for Elbert. I think Josh averages 4 something a game. So Josh has got about 4 or 5 games worth of points here tonight. There's Micah Jumback with a 3-point attempt. No good. Rebound down to Matt Darren, who just checked in. Hendricks with it, back over to Darren. Now Elbert. Dumped down. Thiessen tried to get it in to Hofert, but is knocked out of bounds. Lions will maintain possession. Reed Fulkins will check into the game for Elbert. Hendricks, no good. Rebound down to Charlie Hamilton, and Hamilton will start the fast break here for George Little Rock. Grieve with it. The lefty has that one stolen away by Matt Darren. Landon Thiessen for 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Grieve. Max DeBoer over to Hamilton. Now out to Den Hartog. DeBoer with it. Over to Jumback. Jumback just beyond free throw line and gets it up and in. Matt Darren with it in the corner now for the Lions. Over to Hendricks. And that one stolen away by Tyler Grieve. Good defense there by Grieve, and Grieve. His foul. I guess I did not hear the whistle. A foul called on Reed Fulkins. As Charlie Hamilton exit the game, and number 5, Jack Kroll, a sophomore, will check in for the first time tonight. Grieve's free throw no good. Grieve is a 67% free throw shooter on the year. Landon Thiessen with it, launches a three, rattles out. Rebound is going to be knocked out of bounds. Off of the Mustangs, it looks like. Nope, off of Central Line. Mustangs inbound here. Den Hautog to get things started. Over to Jumbeck. Jumbeck for another three. No good. Rebound down to Hofert. Falcons will push things up for the Lions. Over to Thiessen. Now to Lane Hendricks. Over to Falcons. Back to Thiessen. Good cut there by Matt Darren. They get it over to Falcons. Good ball movement by Lions. Landon Thiessen. And Landon Thiessen on senior night. The senior, gets 2 points. And a quick substitution timeout here for the Lions as Corey Sirk, Leo Groen, and Carson Vanetop will check into the game. Thiessen, Hendricks, and Hofert, the seniors, will exit. Checking in the game now for the first time for GLR will be Colin DeLeo. Jumbeck gets it to DeLeo. Top goes barreling into Coach Leuenberger on the sideline. Lions ball. Sirk with it over to Fulkin. Now Darren has it. Sirk back over to Groen. Corey Sirk tries to get it in, but good defense there by Max DeBoer. Jumbeck with it. Gets it to DeLeo. Now Tommy Den Hartog finds Jack Kroll. Back to DeLeo. And DeLeo thought he had a teammate there, kind of threw it and caught himself, and ball ends up leaving his hands, and when he went to grab it, that is a travel. Into the game now, Landon Duvall for the Mustangs. Groen with it for the Lions. Gets a screen set. Leo Groen launches a three, and Leo Groen with the three. Leo Groen is the only player on the roster to not score yet this year for the Lions, the freshman who has not had a jersey for the whole season. But now Leo, every Lion that is suited in a game has at least scored 1 bucket. You see the three there by Leo. George Lorock inbounds. Duvall gets it. He launches an NBA three. DeLeo with the rebound. Colin DeLeo with the basket. And that, I believe, is Colin DeLeo's first points of the season. So good work there by the junior as Matt Darren misses a three, and Duvall will get the rebound. Once again, last 30 seconds, I want to thank our sponsors, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Avera Medical Group, DeNoble Austin & Company PC, the Pepsi Beverage Company, Sanford Health, and Seaport Fultz Insurance and Real Estate. Vanentop gets the bucket. Carson gets in the scoring column. And Duvall, three-pointer, and that was in and out. That'll do it. As the Lions get the 87-41 win, they improve to 17-1 overall, 16-1 in the Siouxland Conference. George Lorock falls to 10-10 overall and 8-10 in conference play. That'll do it for George Lorock's regular season. They'll be back in action on Monday as they will host MMCRU in the district quarterfinals. The Lions have one more game to go here in Siouxland Conference play, regular play action, as they will be back at home on Thursday versus George Little Rock. I'm Jeff Cruz. I want to thank all the workers tonight, Jason Heiser, Bo Mayo, and all my 8th graders that came up here and ran different things for us. We'll be back in the air on Thursday, and until then,